We have our segment of words and music.
Words and music, yes. And yeah, man, today the song is a song that is near and dear to me because it's a part of my childhood and it's a part of growing up and even into my adulthood. And you also played it at my wedding. I was fortunate enough to have you DJ at my wedding.
Right.
And we're gonna get. I guess we're jumping right in. So yeah. So the music is "Home Sweet Home" by Motley Crue.
Right.
And so this goes all the way back to my junior high days. So when I was in junior high, Motley Crue was just coming off of Shout at the Devil album.
Yes.
Before that, and that album had a lot of big hits. Shout at the Devil. I think it was Looks to Kill.
Looks to Kill.
She's got looks to kill.
Right.
So when Theater of Pain was coming out, it was people couldn't wait. It was definitely highly anticipated album. Theater of Pain comes out. Smoking in the Boys' Room. It's the first release of it, and it was whatever, right? And I was
album.
Yeah. But the album, different. But the second song was "Home Sweet Home," and for me, when I first heard the song "Home Sweet Home," I liked it, but I didn't love it. It wasn't until the music video came out. If you remember that music video, it was the first of its kind, really. It was a behind-the-scenes look. They were on the tour bus. They were driving around. They were watching the stage being built. It was all done in Dallas, Texas, arena there.
Okay.
And there were so many iconic moments within that music video that I loved. And the song was written by, like most of the songs, by Nikki Sixx.
Right.
But the piano part was played by Tommy Lee, who's normally the drummer. He just got behind the piano, started messing around playing this song, didn't think anything of it, but it caught Nicky's attention. And Nicky's like, "Whoa, I love this song. What is this?" And he's like,
so he started it off.
Yeah, he played the melody that kind of, leads the entire song. That kind of, gives that whole vibe.
Right.
It's also one of the very first power ballads that really changed the way all the hair bands were doing ballads at the time. I think the first power ballad ever was "Kiss," Peter Criss, Beth.
Beth, right.
I think that was the first one.
And then they had Kiss had a song called "I Still Love You." I think Paul Stanley sang it.
That was a disco era.
Yeah. All these bands try whatever they can to sell the music.
Well, yeah, because after the success of Beth was so huge. Like, none of them ever anticipated that Beth was going to be this huge thing. To this day,
right up to the very last show they played Beth.
Yeah, they played Beth.
Right.
It's a moment. They make sure that it's this whole moment where it's just Peter Criss or the guy pretending to be Peter Criss is sitting there center stage and he plays Beth. So that's important. How important the power ballad is. And so for with "Home Sweet Home," they had this incredible power ballad, broke all these records. So they made this Motley Crue rule where it could only last 60 days, the song, because Motley Crue was going on like 6 months. It
wasn't fair to the other bands. All these other bands coming out with their ballads.
It's like going nowhere. It's old ballads. So anyway, as I got older and things like that, even back then, the lyrics always got me because it felt like it was me in a way, because it starts off
your life.
Yes, because the way it starts off, I'm a dreamer, but my heart's a gold.
Right.
And I always felt in tune with that. Yeah, you know what I am.
I am a dreamer. I'm a rough player.
Yeah, and I just want to get off the road. I just want to come home and all this stuff. And it's very metaphorical and deep to me, especially as a kid. And then it just kind of grew with me as I got older. And there's so many great moments I've had because of that song. One in particular was at the wedding, and you've seen it firsthand. Everybody gathered around, and we all kind of huddled and sang that song because a lot of people know how much the song means to me. Plus, it's a timeless, great song on its own. But and then did I tell you the story when Vince Neil, when I was
but you didn't tell the fans out there at WGBB. That's a great story. I love it.
Yeah. So my other story with "Home Sweet Home" is I've always loved "Home Sweet Home." It's one of my favorite songs ever. It's like fiber of. It's part of me, right? I love that song so much. So anyway, I'm now writing for all these different magazines. Writing for Good Times Magazine, right here on Long Island. Rich Branson's Fort, shout out if he's listening. He's the editor-in-chief over there. And anyway, so he sent me to do a review of Vince Neil's solo thing right in Farmingdale's club called the Downtown.
Right.
I think it's
on Main Street. Right?
Yeah, I think it's no longer there anymore, which is a shame. It was a cool club. I loved it. Saw a lot of cool people there. So I'm a writer, but I'm also the photographer. So I'm in the photo pit.
Okay.
So I got a camera and I'm taking pictures at the photo pit. I think it was also Vince Neil's birthday.
Wow.
It's like a cool day.
Yeah.
So I'm not thinking nothing of anything, just working, and it's always, wow, this, that it's still to this day.
You can't believe where you are.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so cool. Even today when I get access. How did how did a kid from Brentwood get here? What's
just carry a camera. Carry a camera.
Yeah, exactly. A camera and confidence you get anywhere you want.
I always found a clipboard works.
Clipboard, confidence, whatever you got to do. But so I'm sitting there, I'm in the photo pit, so it's just the stage is like right here, and I'm just like on the stage, taking pictures of him. All of a sudden, he sings "Home Sweet Home."
Wow.
So at this point, I just kind of dropped the camera. It's hanging around my neck, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm just like, Vince now comes over to me as he's singing, and he bends down in my face pretty much. So me and Vince Neil are now making eye contact.
Wow.
And we're singing the hook, "Home Sweet Home," together. I'm looking, and we made eye contact, and it was the first time I ever had that feeling of like the inner 17-year-old girl was in me was just like, he's looking at me. So it was a weird vibe, but we made eye contact. We sang the song together. And it was a pretty cool moment when I look back at it, and so that song always was something that followed me. And a lot of times on my birthday, if I'm out and something like that, like we were in, and when I was in Atlanta, we were at some bar where they had a live piano player. And we made him sing. We paid him to sing a song for me and shit. So and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then when I DJ'd your wedding, that was the last song of the night. The last song of the night, man.
Yeah. Home Sweet Home. Everybody come out, man. So that's your life song.
It is. It's
everything up.
It's a big song for me. My 50th birthday, my friend Pete Soto made a video for me using that song, which is like my whole
montage.
A montage like my whole life in this video.
Oh wow!
Which is pretty cool of him to do that. So yeah, that's how that song matters to me. It's
deep.
It's
deep. It's funny because a lot of that time era is deep for me. But that song, "Home Sweet Home," came out. I was living in North Lauderdale, Florida, and I missed my family. I missed my life. I was making good money down there.
Right.
And when that song came out, "Home Sweet Home," it was I was an emotional 19-year-old kid. I call my mom. It's like, how's it going down there? Nothing like "Home Sweet Home," I always had the DJ mind too, I made mom's tape. You ever make mom's tape? It's like mom's mixed music of mom's music.
Oh yeah,
that was one of the songs on.
Oh yeah, very good.
Home. But without any further ado, you want to play "Home Sweet Home"? You want to introduce it?
Yeah, let's play "Home Sweet Home." It's a great song.